to our next meeting, which is actually the budget hearing for the general town fund and general assistance. And the first thing that I think we need is a call to order. What do you want to do?
Go right ahead.
The
Roll call, absolutely, I can do that. Supervisor Diamond?
Here.
Trustee Jones?
Here.
Trustee Horvath?
Here.
Trustee Maher? Here. Trustee Malik? Here.
All right. Thank you very much.
Well, this is just for the board here. Oh. You're right. We'll do a whole roll call as well as Assessor Mother Cry.
Here.
Wait, should the Bouvet here and Clerk Giovanni's here.
Okay. As you know, we received and adopted a tentative budget at our last meeting, and now that 30 days has passed, we're having the budget hearing for the final passage of the general town and general assistant fund budgets. Do we have any requests for general public comment for this budget? Okay, thank you very much. All right, trustees, if you'd like to look at your materials here, what you have in front of you is a copy of the 2022-23 budget, and also just for your information, a copy of their previous year budget for, I think it's here, 20, I think it's here.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay, we have a prior year also. All right, so as you know, the last meeting we adopted a tentative budget. This budget is about $180,000 higher than the preliminary budget presented due to adding funds for several reasons. Website redo, which we talked about, possible YouTube advertising, needed computers and administration, full-time clerk position not accounted for in the previous budget, adding funds to OEM, moving 2 part-time Maine State therapists to full-time, and possible part-time maintenance position. So it is a little different than the one that you saw last month, but those would be the changes that you would be seeing here. And if you also want to know, according to what we're looking at, is it higher than last year's budget, the 2021 budget? And yes, that is the case. I have here, I have to double check this, but about 230,000 higher than the last fiscal year budget. So I wanted to know if anyone on the board had any questions or comments. Yes.
I had a quick question,
Yes.
Karen.
Yes.
In comparing the two documents, it looks like for this particular year going forward, we've allotted $585,000 for salaries of employees, as opposed to the previous one-year period was $573,314. These numbers, we're not locked into that, are we? Because if we're increasing salaries for certain people, we want to leave room, don't we?
I think this budget would account for those increases that we discussed at our last meeting. And, but in response to your question, I mean, passing an amended budget is always a possibility too. But I hope that answers your question.
Kind of. So we're locking into those potential numbers, but not necessarily that particular allocation. For example, $585,000, is that number locked in to all we're going to allocate for this coming year for salaries of employees? Or is there, it sounds like we are locking into that amount, right?
Well, as of now.
Okay. So only $12,000 more.
Right. So, I mean, again, if need be, we could look into passing an amended budget.
Okay. It doesn't seem like a very big increase to me, but...
Well, what we did have is a lot of turnover during the past year.
Okay.
We had a lot of people leave, experienced people leave, some of them replaced by people who are at slightly lower salaries. So.
And you still may consider some merit raises.
Oh, absolutely. We voted on that last month, yes.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions or comments from the board or the other officials? All right. Then I'll ask for approval of the motion to approve the final budget. Approve and adopt the general town fund budget and the general assistance fund budget. Do I have such a motion?
Motion to approve the general town fund budget and general assistance budget. Second.
All right, and any further discussion? All right, may I have a roll call now?
Supervisor Diamond,
Yes?
Trustee Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath,
Yes.
Trustee Maher,
Yes.
Trustee Malik.
Yes. All right, thank you. Our next meeting does not start till 7:15, so I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn for a short period of time. We'll start again at 7:15. Do you have a motion to adjourn the public hearing?
Motion to adjourn the public for a short time.
Is that a second, Dustin?
Supervisor Diamond,
Yes.
Trustee Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath,
Yes.
Trustee Maher,
Yes.
Trustee Malik.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. So we'll resume at 7:15. Thank you.